kind of finish this off with streamers, all right? The last fly type. These are the largest flies in your collection because, number one, they're tied on bigger hooks, 6s, 8s, 4s, and they're tied on long shank hooks so that we can get that elongation so that this thing will have a minnow-like appearance to it. We fish these things actively as a rule. They sink. We can fish them below the surface or down near the bottom. But ideally, when we flip these babies out there, what we want to do is strip that line over the index finger and get these things to dart along. Trout are real territorial, so streamers can be used to get, hope maybe the fish is hungry, wants a minnow to eat, or we can get them angry, get those fish offensive, and get them to protect their territory. This is called a freshwater sculpin. You will find these in almost every trout stream and in some lakes and ponds, I believe. It tends to be a bottom dweller. Real prehistoric, funny-looking thing, but it's a real favorite of large trout. And that is the fish after which the muddler minnow was designed back in, I believe, the late 40s. Okay? The muddler minnow is considered to be the best of all the streamer designs. So it's sort of number 4 of the big 4, okay? We'll do this for you. We say, look, if you want to keep this real easy and just get into it a little bit, you have Adams for dry flies, Quill Gordons for wet flies, gold rib hare's ears for nymphs, and muddler minnows, and I'm sure you can catch plenty of fish to keep you happy without going any further into the process of fly selection. Okay? So the muddler minnow, we like to have those in all sizes in the collection. You will encounter minnows, dace, that sort of thing in most trout streams. Here is another type of bucktail with a different treatment that gives a rather realistic impression of a minnow, called a Thunder Creek streamer. There are also attractor streamers. Okay, this one's called a Mickey fin. Again, the type of thing that you might use after a rainstorm when the water's muddy. And then I'd like to summarize quickly for you and show you what one's typical fly collection looks like. And I've been fortunate enough to sit down with enough people and compare notes and see what kind of flies they use. And almost typically, this is what you run into. Certainly people over the years develop their own personal favorites, okay? They'll come up with their own fly design or a local favorite here or there, but the basis of everybody's fly collection is right there. I've just given it to you, okay, with pictures, all the names. And the one thing I didn't mention was the crayfish, okay? I found in rivers like the Battenkill, okay, and some of the ones in the Catskills and Adirondacks, you get a good rainstorm, and it brings the water up a little bit, but it really makes it absolutely milk chocolate in color. Put one of these on and fish it right along the bottom. They'll hone right in on crayfish. So there it is. Whether you fish Maine, California, Minnesota, Wisconsin, that's a very typical collection of flies right there.